What did you discover embarrassingly late in life? That your commitment to helping someone cannot come at the cost of losing yourself.
Not to overshare at work.
Not long after my mom passed away, October 2022, my siblings and I were cleaning out her house when we came across my birth certificate. I've been spelling my middle name wrong for my entire life and never knew it. There are two acceptable ways to spell it. I always just assumed the wrong one and was somehow never corrected.
The phrase "a broken clock is right twice a day." I never thought of a broken clock as one that didn't work at all. I always thought of one that didn't keep time correctly. Like it was too fast or slow. I could never figure out the math used to conclude that it would be right 2 times a day.
I thought EST was short for estimated. I thought people were just taking a guess at when all the companies were started. Found out around 25YO that it's established.
That the green stuff on the side of your sushi is not avocado, so do not eat it all at once, especially when it's a corporate dinner.
Not me, but I was recently on the phone with my partner, he is 25, who was whipping cream and it was taking a surprisingly long time. After some investigation, I figured out he didn't realize that you couldn't make whipped cream from 2% milk. He thought that all milk was just several steps away from being whipped cream. Very funny moment.
That you don't have to cut your whole plate of pancakes up into little pieces before you start eating. That's what my parents did for me when I was little, and I was probably well into my teens when I realized that non-toddlers can just cut pieces off as they go.
Also, on time I went out with my mom for drinks and she ordered an paw and the server and I looked at each other confused AF. She wanted an IPA. She was 50. She had no idea.
That you don't have to stand in the shower while the water warms up.
That Jesus' full name was in fact not Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I learned this at 27 years old and my ex-wife laughing in my face.
That normal people don't experience paralyzing anxiety or fear at the prospect of trying to make a friend. Think you'll just be alone. Easier that way.
That if you spread your bottom cheeks before sitting down to have a tutu, it's a lot easier to wipe yourself properly. LOL, sorry guys, it's a bit gross, but 100% true.
That you're supposed to add water to the canned Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Me and my whole family had always just dumped it in a bowl and heated it up as is. I was probably 25 when someone told me it's condensed, ha 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 ha.
Going through a cardboard box of my deceased aunt's personal papers, I discovered an envelope with all my cousin's adoption papers. I never knew that she was adopted. She, 65, knew she was adopted but didn't know about the paperwork. I'm happy I found it and helped her get some answers.
My daughter found out that storks were real when she was in her 20s.
That highway exits are numbered, i.e. exit 57 for example, by the nearest mile marker, not just numbered in sequence.
I'm from Mississippi, and until I was 18 I thought that everyone else in the country counted with their own state. I.e. instead of 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, they would count 1 Nevada, 2 Nevada, or 1 Maryland, 2 Maryland, etc. Haha, they call me Mr. Goofball.
I have ADHD. Experiencing treatment as an adult makes me feel like I could have been so much more if this was caught when I was younger. Or, I should say, the very obvious signs weren't ignored.
I only learned in my late 40s that basketball players have positions. I knew football players did, but I thought basketball players just all ran out onto the court and tried to make baskets.
Open zippers in the wash was what was destroying my shirt collars.
Late 20s, found out Sophie's Choice is not an awards show. Makes a lot of my quippy little references to it over the years pretty insensitive.
How easier my life is being kind, even when I don't want to be.
That the term, picture it in your mind, isn't just an expression, and that aphantasia is a thing.
A pony is not just a young horse.
That Oprah was a name and not a title like DR or pastor or yogi.
Are you ready? So triangles are called that because they have 3 angles, an epiphany I had whilst writing my dissertation.
That I have ADHD. I was about 25 at a party and took some Adderall. Suddenly I remembered I should do my taxes and fix the sink and just went and did that real quick. Then I sat down and was frustrated that everyone was so hyper and sporadic because I feel normal. It was like the first time I wore glasses. Hey wait, y'all just know who people are past 10 feet based on more than what color smear they are? I've been on hardest difficulty the whole damn time.
That you are supposed to see the blackboard. I only thought that teachers write on it to paste their dictation. Yes, my vision is horrible, even with glasses.
That sugar-free sweets are also laxatives. Oh man, I learned that the hard way, haha.